Welcome to Conversations with Yemi and Bimbo Davids. I'm Bimbo and he's Yemi.
Yemi, yeah. Glad to be here again. Amen. That's good. I mean, it's very unusual for us
Oh
to
my
wear
god,
the
it
same,
made me snot.
the way, I don't know what they call it in English, ankle or something. So please,
He
it's,
wanted to be like me, he wanted to dress like me, he wanted
yeah.
to.
I bought two t-shirts mistakenly and one was a size. One was my size.
Tell the truth, I bought my own myself. Not that you bought two. I wanted it, I liked it, and I bought my own.
So when they shop and then we saw it, we both, like I said, why not? Have your fashion. And sometimes I mistakenly wear our own. They say it's fitted. When I wear my own, it's regular. It's okay.
Welcome to Conversations. Again, we want to thank everyone for joining us and for sending comments and just supporting this program with comments, sometimes questions as well. God bless you all. Thank you for sharing and liking.
Conversations.
Today we're going to be talking about something very a bit sensitive but needed and important. We're talking about place of secrecy or privacy in relationships and marriage. Is there a time when you say too much or shouldn't say this or shouldn't say that? In marriage, for instance, when he likes a woman, is it every time he must tell me, and does he have to tell me that this is that woman? I don't think I would like him to tell me every time.
God has kept me a lot.
You can tell that this episode is going to be very.
But I mean, from I'm predominantly a pastor.
He's touching. I don't know what I touched. And I was just being, I didn't plan
No,
to
don't
say.
mind her.
Oh,
The
okay.
challenge is because I'm a pastor, a lot of ladies greet me in church. Some of them ask for hugs, and sometimes
Some
she's
of them-
uncomfortable with it. And I understand that.
Really?
So I try to balance it. That's why
Why
she's
are you
doing
now?
like
Why
that.
did you put it from the place of the women? The women ask you for hugs. Why don't you say that there are times that I want to hug them?
Me? Even if I want to hug them in my heart, I won't say it now. I won't say it. I mean, yeah, you are tempted, but you don't fall into temptation. So, yeah, there are times that, yes, that I would love to, but and the wanting to hug is not from a bad place. So, let me just even start from people that are like in courtship, because I've had times when people ask us during courtship and they have some issues about their lives, and they're actually wondering whether they should start.
share.
So we encourage people to bid their time, depending on the progress.
Be their time.
Yeah,
Okay.
progress of the relationship. Yeah, there are times, there are things that you have to open up to the person when it's getting to that point of certain decisions that this is who I am. I mean, and don't be ashamed of your past. Okay, especially if it's something that you have to live with. I mean, things like maybe you have a child outside wedlock or some health issues. Don't hide it. Don't
Especially ones that are that could be
Yeah.
detrimental to the marriage in view. Like
Oh yes, I mean
having a child out of
Yeah,
wedlock.
don't wait until
Yeah.
after the night of the marriage, after you now got married the next morning and say, I'm sorry, I want to say something to you.
So that
That has
interesting.
damaged many relationships. I'm not saying when you meet a guy on Monday because you like to marry him, and then on Tuesday, this is my life. My parents are divorced. Let the relationship mature. You don't cast your
It
pearls
will
before
even
the
help
swine.
with
Yeah.
relationships and courtship to give enough time before marriage. Sometimes, especially in our recent societies, we see a lot of relationships that if after a few months they get into marriage, they don't know each other enough, and you don't even know, there's no deep connection, so you can't even share some things even when they're married because they didn't have enough time for courtship. What I was going to say earlier, was this issue is
Deep
quite
connections, yeah.
it's important. I read a story just a few days ago of someone, a minister, a pastor, not in Nigeria, that had a secret life, or well, he committed suicide because his secret life came out. He
Wow.
was a pastor, but also in his privacy, in the confines of his home, also a drag queen, in the sense that he would dress up like a woman,
Wow.
um, take pictures. He wasn't going outside, but he was taking and then taking pictures of himself, and then those pictures surfaced, got out there, and because he got out there, and he then committed suicide. So there are times when, so I'm talking about pride. Some things are private. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are secrets,
But they're
but
private.
they are private to each person. So sometimes you have to be able to distinguish that, okay, my private, I want some privacy. I want, this is a private thing. It may be a family issue that is about the family, and you want to keep it within the family. It's okay to keep it within the family. However, when you know that, I was reading an article that when you get to that point where something about you, you're already feeling, your heart is palpitating, your heart is beating about it, whether you should say it or not. When you start feeling that way, then maybe you should say it, because
Then maybe she want.
say it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there are times when you get to that point where you know that this is something that you have to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a whole lot to, on bundle. There's a word like that. When it comes to, I mean, I don't want us to be naive about it. As a man, there are things that we go through, temptations, distractions, even even challenges that sometimes you just want to keep it to yourself. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. But if there's anything I've learned over the years as a pastor, as a husband, there is nothing secret in that sense that ought to be said or confessed that will not come out. And I want to say that upfront. It has helped me a whole lot. No matter how smart you are, no matter how an expert you are, there's nothing secret that, when I say secret, something
And you're
secret that
hiding.
you're hiding that will not come out. So the earlier you understand that, the better. The challenge with people is when they need to now either put that thing out or deal with it, they kept playing smart, they kept hiding, and then it comes out on an unexpected season. I'm not saying that we're not always in a situation where you're even afraid to express something because of how the other person will respond to it. But that's a general principle that is helping me as a man, as a husband, even as a pastor, that whatever you might be doing, that is good or bad, that you are hiding, like, especially the things that you're hiding, it will surface. I was sharing with, I was discussing one of our staff recently. I used the word the fallout principle, that I've noticed over the years that when people do some things together, especially bad things, but they were like friends, they were keeping it, there's always a time when they fall out. And when they fall out, all those things
Come on.
come out. So you see two staff conniving to do things. So that's why I see some side chick and side whatever they call it. They like each other. They neglect the person's wife. They do all those things. One day there'll be a fallout. Something creates a fallout, and everything that they were doing for sometimes years will come out. So when you understand that, then you change your philosophy of life. So don't think nobody will know. I can. Or the other one is an excuse for what you are doing. Like, it's because my husband is behaving like this, so nobody should blame me for doing this, but you start hiding it. It's not an excuse. An excuse is not a reason. It's like saying somebody went to steal in the marketplace, open market, and the reason is because he has not eaten for like 3 days. Yes, it's not. I mean, not to have eaten for 3 days is okay, it's understandable, but they might not even understand what you are saying. They might have given you public justice, what they call it, jungle justice, because it's not a justifiable reason to steal. Perhaps you should have begged for food I've not eaten. So all this, my wife is doing this, women are doing this. That's why I'm doing that. You have to ask yourself those questions afresh. That's generally. Then now, without getting to areas of, okay, how much, why should I even be transparent with my spouse? When we talk about marriage, union, I feel the deeper, the stronger the bond, the greater the output of the union. And that only happens when you know each other. Okay, so hiding things from each other is breaking that bond. And you realize that, yes, you are married, but you are powerless.
Sweetheart, can I
You are
just
powerless.
quickly interrupt? When we're talking about bond and the place of, you know, bond, I think it also helps with being organic with the vulnerabilities, where it's easy for you to just open. Why are you smiling?
I just remember something. My
where it's
mind there.
where it's easy to open up to someone. It should be organic, not that the person is asking, okay, who are you talking to, or why are you talking to that person, or let me see your phone. Why, we have to ensure that that's we have to ensure that is um yeah, distracting
Let me
me.
tell you a story.
Let me distracting me. No.
Sorry. No, when you are saying that, all this I say, I don't know where you got the example from. I don't
Which
know.
I didn't give
I
an
don't
example.
say that. Who are you talking to?
I'm just
Okay.
saying it's not.
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying
just
it
want to know.
generally. Oh my god! I was wondering that. Well, I'm just saying it generally. Where we have couples
When we
like
were
that.
living somewhere in Lagos, I will even confess this oneself. So I just saw one strong article, how some people's wives, they go to a Ibino. When they go to Ibino to buy things, is to meet their side men. I don't know what they call it. They talk to them. I read it. Eh? I mean, I was shocked to
Are
that.
you serious?
Yes, I've not told you this before. So
You read an
any
article.
it was a documentary. It was very strong. I don't want to mention the area in Lagos. There was some women go there. They that's when they meet with their, they talk there. They do a lot of things there. And of course, when the woman comes home, I'm coming from Eba, So I don't know. I think it affected me. So anytime she's going to
His own case is
Eba,
a different case because
when they say she
everything
goes to
affects
Eba,
him.
I said, eh. So when it's getting late, I said, hey.
We need to talk about this.
I'm telling you, I'm not Eba,
Oh my god.
So I mean, sometimes the media.
But why do you project what you read on? Why do you
I'm
think?
just being vulnerable
No,
here.
no.
It's just helping us to see
We
how
need
media also.
No, it
I mean,
also shows some form of insecurity.
okay, Musagba. But it's just also to keep my wife safe.
Your wife is
No,
you
because
should know,
look at
but you should
look
know
at the
more
Garden
than-
of Eden now. Adam didn't have anything against the wife Eve, but see what happened to her.
See
So I
that-
believe that as men we should have some level of protection over our spouses. Believe
And,
me,
not
some people
just-
overdo it, but I think as a man I need to protect her.
But
Sometimes
also trust.
Trust.
Trusting, because sometimes, sweetheart, sometimes
I
when
trust you.
no, I'm not talking about even me. I'm saying that sometimes when you don't trust people and you keep asking them questions and they're not doing anything, you are inadvertently pushing them to that thing.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't agree.
yes,
I don't
yes.
agree to that. Explain that principle.
It is a principle. It's insecurity. When you're not insecure, you project your insecurity on the other person.
Yeah.
So you're always, oh, what are you doing? What are you saying? Where are you going? And the person is wondering, I'm just going to Ebano. If, for instance,
Okay.
it's just a simple, innocent visit to Ebano to do. I'm using that as an example. And then maybe in a case, this scenario and you keep, because of what you read, I'm not even using you right now, but someone else is, because of what they read about Ebano.
Not read, though. Just say, I mean,
No, I'm
things
just
happen.
saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying that it could happen in that direction, and the wife, it could even be either way, husband or wife, tells the partner or the spouse that I just went to Ebano, and there's a repeated questioning. A repeated, okay, every time the person is going, again, you're going to Ebano. Are you sure you're
No. The person
no, I'm just
the
saying.
person is, are you sure? Just say, why is it?
No, I'm just saying that it also applies with even the phone, for instance. And you keep asking the person say, I'm not doing anything.
think-
So then let me just finish.
Okay.
And you're not doing anything. It then gets to the point where the person says, okay, Fimile, okay, I'm going to meet somebody.
No,
What will
no,
you
the
do?
person
I'm
didn't- the
just
person
saying
didn't
that
say that.
sometimes we push people to do things that they didn't even
I-
plan
I
because
think-
of unnecessary.
No. I understand. She's correct. Okay, but I think the balance here is this. I think it's still going back to our last episode about communication. It's like teenagers too. We know that a lot of things are happening. It's not that you're suspecting your teenage son or daughter. You know, you read, you watch document, which is not that your.
But you also know your spouse.
But even that, no, it's even protected. So you know what's happening, and then you hear that your teenage daughter or son is doing something on the phone in a late hour. You got to ask. Asking doesn't mean I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I want to protect you.
And then you get
so
the answer.
that's not the balance.
But
But you can't be doing that every day. You can't be going to a Bino, for instance, every day.
It can't be every day.
Uh-huh.
But every other day.
Every other day,
Every other day.
And I said, don't go to Bino. Why can't you go to the one close to the house?
And I tell you that I want to go to Ebano because
You
I
understand
can
that?
get things better in
You see
Ebano.
now? So Bino, you see now?
The truth of the matter is, I like going to Ebano.
You see now? So
Because-
I'm almost tempted to even go without Bino. Not because of anything, just to
You
protect her.
can't even